up. This would be right over top of Fowler right now. So if you're in Fowler, you need to be in your basement, in your safe area. If you're in Hartford, if you're in Yankee Lake, if you're over in Berg Hill, also in Kinsman, getting into heavy rainfall. But the tornadic part of this storm would be moving right down Wilson, Sharpsville Road, Coldwater, Sunk Road, and crossing over 193 now. This would be just north of the airport. In fact, let's go ahead and jump back to the airport. There's a view from Warren, as you can definitely see that lowering underneath that storm. And right now, we are at the airport here with our camera. Do you guys have a way to move that camera at the airport, Hannah?
Yeah, we have it on the...
Yeah, can you kind of stay with that as much as you can there as that lowering comes over top of it with us here? So we're bouncing around to different cameras in here. And again, if you're just joining live, we are covering a tornado warning. We do have a visual on it here. This is a base lowering of this storm. This is a Doppler radar indicated tornado that has been issued from the National Weather Service in Cleveland. We got a pretty good visual here out of Warren. We're also watching that as well out of the airport, where this is pretty much just passing right over top of it now. So this is at the airport in central Trumbull County. We're talking about with this tornado warning that is officially in place until 7 o'clock tonight. If you're in Cortland, hang on a little longer. This is just about past you. So if you're in Mosquito Lake, this storm has passed you by from Mosquito Lake West. So let's give some all clears there. Mosquito Lake West, the storm is off to the east. You don't have to worry about it now. It has moved on, but that is not the case, especially if you're just east of Cortland to Fowler, to Berg Hill, to Hartford, up and down there, Wilson, Sharpsville Road, east and west, moving into east central Trumbull County. Yankee Lake, Kingsgraves Road. This is moving right across Warner Road now, and will track its way across Bushnell Campbell Road, pushing over toward Hartford, moving out of Fowler. So this is a tornado warning, a Doppler radar indicated tornado. As we get into some of our products here, we're looking for rotation within this, and we are still seeing some of these slight signs of rotation as this moves on through. But definitely, and we've been watching this storm. In fact, we'll back this up just over the last 15 minutes as it's taken shape, moving through Trumbull County, and the environment is set up, and that's why there's a tornado watch up. The environment is set up for one of these storms to be able to spin up a quick storm with it that could be possibly producing a spin up or a tornado with it. There's a view at the airport right now as the storm passes over. We'll go back to Warren, and starting to get a little more faded on us here. But again, you can see some of the heavier rain and some of the base lowering in there underneath that storm. I just want to zoom in real quick here before we lose this view from our Warren weather camera. We are zooming in right to the under part of the storm where there would be a possible spin up. Again, this is a Doppler radar indicated tornado. Currently, we can't see anything in there that shows anything connected to the ground or touching the ground. But regardless, if you are in this tornado warned area, that does include a big part of eastern Trumbull County and northeastern Trumbull County. This is north of Hubbard, Vienna, Brookfield, Hartford, Vernon. You need to be in your tornado safe locations. In fact, we'll go ahead and throw some more all clears on here as we continue to track information behind the scenes. If you're in Cortland, it does look like the worst of this is past you, Cortland. This is moving over toward Fowler now, Hartford, toward Yankee Lake. So this is just north of the airport. Hannah, you got a view on it? Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say they're about to extend this tornado warning.
Oh my God.
Okay. As well, Pittsburgh just announcing that is coming in just a moment.
So that'll include you guys over there in the Farrell area around Sharon, Clark. Also, that's going to be for you around the Hermitage area eventually, as well towards downtown Mercer. So they have not issued that just yet, but that's going to. So just to kind of give you an idea already for you, just to kind of plan and prepare. If you're in Sharpsville, Hermitage, Clark, Fairview, Shenango, Mercer, West Middlesex, you are going to be under this tornado warning momentarily. And that actually, Paul, I'm looking at the scan here on our links too here. That rotation does look like it's trying to get a little bit stronger around the Hartford and just south of
And
Hartford.
Craig, if you
along
want
7.
to, go ahead and jump on one there. If you want to jump me in there and go ahead and change that over to those Velocity products. This is the hook. The tornado would actually be right in this region here as the inflow comes into the storm. So we're talking about just north of Brookfield, now just about crossing Route 7. Fowler,
with bad weather.
Past you. There's a new tornado warning that you guys were talking about. The National Weather Service out of Pittsburgh has issued that new tornado warning here for western Mercer County, north central Mercer County here this evening. So that is the new tornado warning. I'll jump over here so I can clean this up for you. Again, this is in western Pennsylvania and northeastern Ohio for us. This is the new tornado warning. That is until 7:15 this evening. That does include Wheatland, West Middlesex, Sharpsville, Clark, and this is just south of Greenville. So Greenville is not officially in the tornado warning in northwestern Mercer County, but the area that I am concerned about is Sharpsville. Sharon, this is moving right towards you and pretty much due north of Brookfield across the Yankee Lake area. If this had a tornado on the ground right now, it would be crossing over near Yankee Lake, pushing over toward Weldon, and then moving its way quickly across the state line. These storms are racing tonight at least 50 miles per hour. So a tornado warning does continue here for Trumbull County. But let me tell you, this storm is now east of 193. So if you live west of 193, you do not have to worry about this specific storm now. The tornado portion of the storm is east of 193. If you're in Cortland, I can give you the all clear. I can't do that, though, if you're over here in western Pennsylvania from Sharpsville to Sharon on into Clark in western Mercer County. And that warning actually extends all the way down to Grove City and into northeastern parts of north central parts of Lawrence County as this storm drops off to the southeast at a very quick rate. And Craig, that is a confirmed tornado. Are you guys seeing any data on that? So we're getting information. This just popped in from the National Weather Service. They're saying they're a confirmed tornado. That's just popped up here.
Yeah, it says confirmed tornado near Sharpsville, Paul moving east at 55. It just says radar confirmed tornado.
Okay, so we do now have, that's from the National Weather Service. So this is very, very dangerous. If you're in Sharpsville, if you're in Clark, if you're in Transfer, if you're in Sharon, if you're in Wheatland, get to the basement now. You need to get into your cover. This is a confirmed tornado. You said Doppler radar confirmed, correct?
That is correct, yes.
So there's a National Weather Service doing a Doppler radar confirmed tornado. You definitely need to get into your basement now if you're in Sharpsville, Sharon, Farrell, Hermitage, or Clark here in western Pennsylvania. Very dangerous storm, and these are moving fast. I do want to give you a little heads up that this continues if you're in Mercer. It's central Mercer County, Fredonia, into the central part of the county. This is racing your way. Eventually, this will cross down across Interstate 80. Over in Ohio, they did have that confirmed tornado there, as Craig was talking about their Doppler radar. This is now crossing Route 7, so this is going to push toward the state line into western Pennsylvania. We'll go ahead and get our cameras adjusted. And Hannah, I don't know if we can get our Sharon cam turned. There we go. I see it. It's a little bit. You can actually just start to see a piece of it there as it makes its way on through. And in the control room, if you can hear me there, if you even could pull up these cameras, that would help us out too. They're looking for the Sharon camera. If there's any way we can pull that up as we continue to track this out of Ohio into Pennsylvania. Again, this is now moving across the state line into Pennsylvania. So if you're living in Trumbull County, you've been under a tornado warning. That storm is now exiting off to the east and moving into Mercer County. Real quick, because I know there's a lot of people watching us here as we are on our stations. There's a view right now from Sharon as this storm is just working its way in. So we're going to keep a close watch on that. That outer cloud, that linear cloud that you see there in the middle of the screen, that's the actual gust front. So that's the air kind of pushing out ahead of the storm. We'll check back in on this. If you guys catch anything really vivid on this here real quick, let me know. And we'll jump back to it here. But let's get back to radar. Thank you very much, Control Room. As we get back to radar, though, this tornado warning that is in place for Mercer County, it does look like the storm itself is now getting into and pretty much through western Mercer County, moving out out of eastern Ohio. So this is now pushed east of Route 7, crossing the state line into the Sharpsville area, the Clark area. The speed on this was 50 miles per hour, correct? Or 55 on as it moves to the south?
55.
So let's go ahead and throw a little map on this. We'll drag it down here about 55 miles per hour. Just to give you an idea, parts to the southeast, and these storms, again, have been racing all day in the atmosphere. I just want to give you some rough timelines on this as it moves on through for you as it works its way in.